think it's a well-known fact that in the West, weight is something that is kind of an all-over struggle. And so I kind of want to talk about weight and what I'm doing to get myself healthier. I'm going to be honest, eating and weight have kind of been a couple different things I've struggled with throughout my life. When I was in high school, I was about 125 pounds, which is slightly underweight for someone my height, but I felt really good at that weight, and I really liked the way I looked. So right now my goal is to get back to the body that I had in high school. When I moved out of my apartment, I kind of ballooned in weight. I went from about 130, 135 to 150, so I gained an awful lot of weight in a very short time, and I think a lot of it had to do with the stress of moving and being out on my own, and just kind of really bad diet changes. Like, I was eating a lot of fast food and just like things that were really high in calories, drinking a lot of soda, drinking a lot of alcohol, and those things can add up really fast, and before you know it, like, the weight is there. Now, my weight has, like, dramatically fluctuated up and down for a while, a few years. And that's mainly because I'll go through periods where I gain a bit of weight, and then I diet, but my dieting tends to go overboard. I don't think I have an eating disorder or anything, close to that, but I do think that when I diet, sometimes I take it way too far, and, at one point in college, I got down to like 117 pounds, so I don't always go about things in the most healthy way. And for this diet, I want to make more of a focus on getting healthy and losing the weight slowly versus basically not eating and dropping a bunch of weight really quickly only to have it go back up, later on. So to help with that, instead of switching over to a strictly veggie diet with, very little nutrition and calories and just drinking water, I've just made a few cuts and replacements in my current diet, and I'm working towards just kind of gradually changing more and more things as I go along. One of the first things I've been working really hard at changing is switching from regular to diet soda, which is a little hard because I pretty much just grew up on Pepsi and Mountain Dew, so diet is pretty much an acquired taste for me. But I know that if I want to drink soda, because there's no way I'm going to be able to give up soda entirely, I have to switch to something that, basically won't be me consuming liquid calories. The same goes for coffee. Recently, I just switched from my everyday mocha from Starbucks or Panera to just regular black coffee at work with cream and sugar because it's at least 200 calories less than an espresso drink. And with the diet I'm on, I'm only allowed to eat like 1,200 calories a day, so I have to really think about where I want those calories to go. Do I want it like all my breakfast calories to go into a medium coffee that's, 380 calories, or do I want it to go into like a really good dinner and maybe like a glass of wine with dinner or something like that? One of the other big things I'm doing is I'm trying really hard to limit the amount of fast food I'm eating, and when I am eating fast food, before I go get it, I will look and see how many calories are in certain things so I can properly portion stuff out. For dinner, I try not to go over like 500, 600 calories. So if I need to get takeout, I try to find something that will fit within that range but still kind of make me semi-full, if that makes sense. And when I'm talking fast food, I mean places like McDonald's and KFC and all of those places. Those I'm trying to just limit as much as possible because I know it's not going to do any good for my body, and it's basically just consuming grease and fat and all the stuff that isn't good for you. But I try to, like, if I'm gonna eat out, I'll go someplace that, you know, is at least sit down, and those places tend to have healthier options. Most places will even have like low calorie Weight Watcher menu portions in their menu, so you can look at things that will be like low in calorie, low in fat, better in nutrition. So that makes things a little bit easier there. And I'm pretty much combining all of these diet changes with just staying more active. My elliptical back there, I'm trying to use that whenever I'm home, and I tend to work on that from like for 20 to 30 minutes. It depends on, you know, how good I'm feeling. I'm trying to tone up my stomach a little bit more by doing crunches, and I stay active during 8th hour at the school I work at because I'm helping out with a recreational club that the school has. So I'm teaching my martial arts class there. So I'll be doing like 15 to 20 minutes of martial arts workouts with my students, but I'll also, you know, be walking with them around the school when it's nice out. I'll play volleyball with them, and that really helps burn calories too because, you know, you're working out and you're staying active and you're running around. And it makes it more fun because I'm spending time bonding with my students and we're just kind of having, you know, a relaxing, enjoyable time. Lastly, to really make sure that I get healthy, and I'm actually kind of ashamed to admit this because not everyone who knows me knows this about me, but I have decided to finally quit smoking once and for all. I've smoked cigarettes like off and on since I was like 20, maybe a little bit younger than that. College age. It was pretty much like something stupid I picked up in college, you know, because everyone was doing it kind of thing, and then it just kind of stuck, and I've tried to quit several times only to go back to it later. And thanks to my parents who have been really pushing me to quit, I'm actually going to buckle down and try, not just for them, but for my own health too. And I'm hoping to kind of be an encouragement for my boyfriend who also smokes. He's been smoking way longer than I have and way more frequently than I do, but I'm hoping but he's very supportive of it, and I'm hoping maybe that kind of kicks him in the butt to try and at least like limit his smoking too. It's been like almost a week and a half since the last time I smoked, and I'm a little bit twitchy, but I think it's going pretty well so far. And the only thing is I'm worried about gaining weight because I know that when you quit smoking, it kind of slows down your metabolism. So this helps me also be a lot more careful about my diet and what I'm putting into my body because I know that there's more of a chance for some things to like stay on my body because I just quit smoking and my metabolism's all funky right now. But I'm hoping like with all the exercise and the good changes that I'll be able to feel a lot better about myself, and that quitting will be made easier because I'll be able to, you know, run farther and last longer when I'm doing martial arts and just be overall like more fit and more happy. If any of you are also interested in getting fit, I'd really encourage you guys to go to a website called myfitnesspal.com. I'm on there as Esperella, of course, and you guys could add me as a friend on there, and kind of like we could encourage each other like hardcore. I actually just added a bunch of Chicago Lolitas to my FitnessPal account, and we're helping each other lose weight and get in shape for Anime Central that's coming up in a month. I can't believe it's coming up so soon. But yes, feel free to add me as a friend because I love meeting new people and I love, you know, being encouraging of other people. So far, since I've started dieting, I've lost 11 pounds. So I've gone from 150 to 139, and I'm hoping to try and lose at least 5 more before Anime Central, which is at the end of April. Maybe more, maybe I won't quite make it, but at the very least I'm going to try my best and see what happens.